Studies show that Illinois sends more tax dollars to Washington than it gets back in federal assistance and programs. How important is it for our congressmen to fight to get our fair share of those dollars for the 14th district?
The most important thing as congressman is to fight for you. There's a couple of things where it really does make sense for a congressman to be vocal in making sure that there is proper funding coming in, and that would be for infrastructure needs, especially in the interstate system, and also for homeland security. But beyond that, earmarks and bargaining for money does not serve you well. I've seen it in Springfield time and again, where the least effective way for you to get something done is to send it to Springfield and hope that they send a little bit of it back. But I think the one that's beyond that is for you to send a dollar to Washington, D.C. and hope that you maybe will get a little bit of it back. So my commitment to you, my promise to you, if you elect me as your congressman, is that I will fight for you first. I'll make sure that you're safe, I'll make sure that the roads work well, but most importantly, I'm going to make sure that you keep as much of your money in your own pocket, because I know you can spend it much more effectively than Washington, D.C. ever could. And a big problem with earmarks that we've seen in the past is that they get abused by leadership, and our own party had fallen into it. And by projects like the Bridge to Nowhere, that's an embarrassment to our party. And we need to stand up and say, we're never going to let that happen again. We are going to fight against corrupt, illegal earmarks and make sure that they stop. There needs to be transparency in that process. It can't be something that can be used as a tool of leadership, whether it's Democrat or Republican leadership, to buy votes, to pressure people into things to get something in their district. And I promise you, I won't fall into that game. I'm going to be fighting for you. I'm going to be fighting that you keep as much of your own money in your own pocket as possible, because I've seen it. I saw it firsthand out in Washington, D.C. I've seen it firsthand down in Springfield. That absolutely the worst way your money can be spent is to send it to government to spend it for you. The absolute best way is for you to make decisions for you and your family. And that's what I want to do. I saw clearly for my family that I don't want Washington, D.C. making decisions of how my money is spent, and you should demand the same thing as well. So I'm going to be fighting for you as your congressman. Thank you.
For the last question, the timekeeper informs me and generously has given you 2 minutes each. In your closing statement, please tell us why you are the best candidate to beat Congressman Foster, and what will you do to earn the next Nobel Peace Prize?
Well, again, as a wrap-up, I just want to thank all of you. It means so much to me, and I know to all of us up here, of your commitment for being out here. My name is Randy Hultgren. I'm state senator from the 48th District. I'm in my second term as state senator. But more importantly than that, I'm a businessman. I work for a company here in Chicago focused on finance, helping banks and foundations with fixed income investments that they've got. Even more important than that, I am a husband and a father of 4 kids. My wife, Christy, is here. It just happens to be Christy's birthday today. So, happy birthday. I love you so much. The sacrifices that our spouses make for us to run for office are amazing. But I love you, and I'm so thankful that you're here. Happy birthday. But as state senator, I have some unique qualifications with the work that I've done both in the private sector and in the legislative sector. I've had legislative victories that none of my opponents have in this race. I've worked, we talked about healthcare reform. I was the lead sponsor, Republican sponsor in the House for medical malpractice reform. We were able to get that passed through a Democratic House, a Democratic Senate, signed by a Democratic governor. I was also able to fight to make sure that we froze homestead exemptions for our disabled veterans. I was also able to fight to make sure that there was the Blagojevich gross receipts tax. It's something Blagojevich I tried to block out of my mind. But I don't know if you remember, it was a huge attack on business and families here in the state of Illinois, and we were able to bind together to defeat that. Also worked to make sure that we protect seniors from identity theft, one of the fastest growing crimes here in Illinois and around America. And then also, a very important thing that I was a co-sponsor on was to make sure that we had the opportunity to recall elected officials that aren't doing their job, and that was something that I was a part of. I've been working hard for you down in Springfield, very frustrated. The reason I'm running in this race in the last 30 seconds that I have a chance to talk here is because I can't stand having Bill Foster be my congressman. my time is done. My name is Randy Hultgren. I really do ask for your support. This is such an important election right now. It shows by all of you showing up here today. But we need to make sure you stay involved, that you realize this primary is important, that we get a candidate that can beat Bill Foster. I am that candidate, and if you choose to support me and elect me, I promise I'll fight for your family. I'll fight for your values. I will fight for you. Again, my name is Randy Hultgren. I ask for your support and I ask for your vote. Thank you very much.